What's up, my guys? Welcome to another show, NBA Talk with Jay, Sports Talk with Jay. You know what I'm saying? And the people, we got the video. I got my guy Shark with me today, man. Shark in Sports. Make sure y'all go and follow him on Twitter. What's up, Shark? You good, my guy? We putting the glasses on. Let's do it.
Well, it's a beautiful day in Florida. It is shady in a good way in the lab. It's beautiful outside. And we're here in the middle of, what are we talking about here? We got college basketball out the ass, but we are NBA professionals for a reason. Huge card today. And ultimately, I've been out here in 3 days. Jay was hacked. He was taken out of the element. I had an eye issue, but we're back. We're in the streets. Can't wait to bring you guys the content we know you love. And ultimately, I have 3 ringer plays. He has 1. Where do you want to begin?
Hey, let's do it, man. We got some videos to play as well, guys. Something I'm really trying to start here. I was really trying to interact with you guys. I'm trying to do new people, to be honest with you. I'm trying to get new people, you know what I'm saying, on the show, do videos on the show. So you guys I need you to do your part and send the videos in. If you'd rather go live, maybe we could work something out, get you in on a 5-minute show, but I'm really trying to get to where you just send a minute video in, because I can get to like 5 to 7 of those videos in, guys. So just you do your part. Hey, send a 30-second video in, man, and we'll try to get it. But you got to send to my email, guys. You have to send to my email. I know everybody sends to the Twitter, and then I had to tell them, hey, look, send to my email, my guys. Please, please, please. I had to save it to my computer. But we have 3 of them to play. I think it's on 3 games. Well, one of them, my guy, I'm sorry. This Tyreek Mims guy is just my fucking guy. And he likes the play that I like today. And he's already 2-0 on his videos. I got to play this one first, my guy. I absolutely have to. Let's do it.
Please do.
What's up with y'all? Sorry, man. I was out of commission. Got my wisdom teeth out yesterday. See, it's a little bump, but it's all right. We back anyway. Coming to you with my play of the day today, man. I'm a huge Dame guy, but I'm going to have to fade him tonight. I like the Mavs tonight, minus the 3.5. Got the 3 earlier, but if you can get the 3.5, I still like it because obviously, they got to win by 4. It's a 3 and 4 nights for Portland. They just come off of 2 emotional wins against the Pelicans. Dallas is well rested. And it's a revenge spot for Dallas, too, so I like them to come back here and get the win on the road. They've been in Portland, for the day, so they, already acclimated, nice and rested. Whereas Portland, they played 3 games in 4 days, legs are starting to get to them. I'd rather take the full game because I don't know how they're going to come out in the first half, but the legs are going to start getting to them in the second half. So I like Dallas minus 3.5. Trying to make it 3-0 here, man, on these videos, man. Spurs got lucky with this Spurs comeback. I can't lie, man. I had to get the Clippers, got the haircut. So tonight we're going to go with the Mavs. I got the wrong colors on, though. I'm going to need to switch it up. Yeah, I'm going to need to go get some blue on, Jay. We're going to have to fix that, though. Have to get some blue on for those Mavs, man. Need Luka to come through for us tonight. So let's go Mavs, man. Minus 3.5. That's the play. Let's get it.
Let's get it, my guy. Tyreek there. And I had to tell him, I said, Tyreek, my guy, I fucking love you, man. I didn't know which video he was doing. The Mavs, my favorite play of the day, guys. One thing he didn't mention, 5th game in 7 nights for the Blazers. 3rd game, 4 nights. This is back-to-back. They're having it at the house. It's not travel, so we would love to get that. But just the hidden there, I don't think a lot of people was thinking this. CJ McCollum's probably not playing in this game. 3rd game in 4 nights for him, back-to-back, like coming off injury management. I'm almost positive. I'm pretty sure that's why it came up from 1.5 to 3.5, because the line is kind of high now. It should have been at 1.5, but I believe it's came up today. Somebody has the inside info. They know that CJ is likely not playing here like the Mavs. They have revenge. They are the better team. They play better defense as well. Mavs minus 3.5. Top play. Shark. What are we doing?
It's top. I always make a poker reference like ace king on a king deuce 4 flop. It's top like Jay flying through the clouds. It's top like the room service at the Venetian, and it's top like Shark Waters Nation and Jay Money's Money NBA Payday, of course, on a free Friday. And I couldn't agree anymore. When Jay and I were off the record last night, of course, the first thing I say is you look at Dallas. He says, "Oh, you damn right, I look at Dallas." That's where we get Tyreek. We get Sharps aligning. Great spot on the board. As you made the previous comment, 5 out of 7 they played. This would be their 5th game since last Saturday. If LeBron James was involved in this, he'd probably have a complaint to the league. This is the anti-load management here, if you're being serious. And, of course, you do get the 3rd and 4 back-to-back. You get a sequence of covers coming in here where apparently Portland just unequivocally owns New Orleans. I will digress on that. That really pissed me off last night. But ultimately, you also find a revenge game. Dallas did lose by 3 points at home to Portland, and you find an all boxes checked environment here tonight for Dallas. -3.5, also my top play. And we can move on. Make a further comment on that.
Oh, okay. And you know what? So Tyreek is my guy, but I like it even better when me and my guy Shark align. We're both coming off bad days. He had the Pelicans. I had the Hornets. In all honesty, I thought both of them was the right side. I did like the Hornets a little bit more. The Pelicans kind of scared me because of their defense, and the Blazers. I do think the Blazers a little bit better, but still, it was the spot. They've lost 3 straight games to the Blazers this year, guys. So, the Blazers are good, but they're not that good. So we're both coming off losses. We're both pissed. We both have the same top play. We're both not fucking around. I see a high chance of us winning. I'm not fucking around. I'm not fucking losing today, guys. I'm not. And I'm sorry to language. I'm sorry to people, the real religious people stuff that I don't want to come in here, and say bad words and stuff. But this is my channel. I'm doing what the fuck I want. And I need the Mavs today. -3.5. Top. Let's go, Shark. Come on, bro. We got they're 6-2 against the spread this year already with the rest advantage. They had a rest advantage. I think the boys gonna run out of gas. We're the better team. We play better defense. We know how to guard game. Dame. We got Luka. We got Porzingis. Go into the hole every time. One last thing I gotta say. I saw Lonzo Ball bully Enes Kanter so bad last night, bro. He just literally pushed him out the way. Kanter was like, "Ref, come on, you're just gonna let him do that to me?" Man, he bullied him so easy. We're going to get whatever the fuck we want in the hole. I'm sorry. That's it. 3.5, it seems kind of high on the road. Mavs, top play for sure. And I think it's 3.5 for a reason, guys. Mavs, let's go. Shark, what you want to – let's go to a spot you like, bro. We bring in the energy. It's how we deliver these plays. The energy translates to the games. It's almost like speaking something into existence. Shark, what are we doing here? What's the next game we're going to?
Going 7:30 Boston. I've been saying this for 3 years on Twitter. I'm saying it tonight. Friday night SmackDown. Of course, no fans, but this is the environment they love to play in. And take it one step further, they love to take themselves off of horrendous road losses, which is becoming an unfortunate trend for this group. They did play a pathetic, lackluster game at Cleveland. They came out flat. They couldn't push late. Of course, it was a 3rd and 4 back-to-back. But again, I say this all the time. Trust me, I'm 35. I work out 5 days a week. These guys are 27 years old in their prime. They're pro athletes. It's not that hard to run 40 minutes the second. It's just not that hard. It's very overstated. And I know a lot of people that watch don't really train in an intense way in their life, but trust me, it's really not that hard. It shouldn't be this big of a deal. Anyway, they're coming off of a horrendous spot, and this is what they've done all year. They lose a bad game on the road. They come home, and they slaughter somebody. It's every single time. And, of course, you do catch Sacramento here off of a win, which is not something they do very often. And we also do get, when we look back in the schedule, a revenge game here. Boston lost at Sacramento by 5 points, 116-111. At that point, Kemba Walker was out, but Jaylen Brown played. And, of course, Jason Tatum played. These are the 2 COG core guys in the first unit. They weren't that depleted, if we're being super honest here. Sacramento just showed out. And the line is jumping hugely. Sacramento was a pick-em to 1 in that game, and it's 6.5, 7. We always say it should be 3. Coming home off of a road game. It's 7, huge strength here. Sacramento will get crushed. I believe. I think it's going to be 18, 20-point loss. And I think Boston's going to show the hell out tonight. And we're going to lay 7 here. I think I'm going to sprinkle. I might post on Twitter first quarter as well, because when Boston does it, they come out juiced. It's not like we're going to coast and then show out late. It is they come out ready to ball.
Personally, I like Celtics trifecta spot here. It's just me personally. And right now, I hadn't betted. I did put some on Celtics first half. I like the Celtics to come out here and smack this shit out of the Kings. They're a much better defensive team. They're a much better offensive team. I know that the Kings can play some good offense. They're not totally locked in right now. The Celtics are a lot better coached. They're off a couple of losses. These Boston Celtics lost on St. Patrick's Day. This is a revenge game coming off of that regard. You know what I'm saying? Just off of that alone, they did lose to Sacramento over there on the line of 1.5. I was looking at to see if maybe somebody was out. Well, I know Kemba Walker was out in that game, but that's pretty much it. The Kings were the favorite. It's kind of crazy that they closed the favorite in that game -1.5. They did cover. They beat the Celtics by 5. I think it was a back-to-back as well. So we have a revenge spot for the Celtics. We have them off a couple losses. You like to take some of the cream of the crop teams off a couple losses off of bad efforts. You lose to the Cavs. The Cavs are in a terrible spot. 3 games in 4 nights, 15-7, all this coming back to the 4th and 6, coming back to the house. All this, man. You lost that game to the Cavs at 7.5-point favorites. Full squad here. I'm with my guy Shark. These boys, Smack City. These boys, I really think it's Smack City.
We always talk about this. Certain teams, the line doesn't matter. Vegas will throw out a really stock number. Other teams, the number does tell the story. And truthfully, when you look back at that previous matchup, when Sacramento was laying 1.5 points, they did cover. It was a great story, and the numbers did matter. So then when Vegas moves this out 7 to 7.5 points against, this is telling you that that Vegas has a numerical grip on these teams and this environment. And take it outside of just the specific matchup tonight. When you really look at what Boston does at home, I've had them correctly against Denver in the same spot, Indy in the same spot. And it's all numerical analysis. If you actually, taking all the psych out of it and the situational analysis, Boston is graded well by books. If you know how to read numbers, Boston will tell you a good story. It's a great, strong figure here for Boston tonight.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have some on that full game. I didn't want to take the full game, but I'm with you. I think that they're going to win in the blowout fashion. I believe it starts with the first quarter, Shark. We know that if they come out, bring that intensity, bring the defensive energy. This one, they could be up by 10 at the end of the first quarter. And guys in the chat saying, what's the trifecta? That means I would like for them to, when I look at trifecta, I look at exact spot like this for them to come out and be up by 10 at the end of by double digits at the end of the first quarter and never look back. So and that's when you get a spot like that, it seems like it's a lot taking them first quarter, first half full game. But when you have a very motivated spot and they are the better team and the better defense, and they should come out here and clamp down. If they come out here and get an early double-digit lead, they are not looking back. They are not letting the Kings come back in this one. So it's just the way that I'm looking at it. It's not official. It's just we're just telling you guys how we look at the game. My guy here is saying that he like his Celtics official. I do like it as well. Yeah. Be a personal play of mine.
Particularly because when I go back on these spots, again, it was Indy at home, it was Denver at home, and going back a little further, it was Cleveland at home. Cleveland's a reasonable corollary. I had Sacramento far stronger graded than Cleveland to begin the season, but look at what they've done. You got to look, in the present environment. When Boston came home off a previous loss, a bloodbath loss, I think 2 straight, and came home against Cleveland, they came out and beat them 38-20 in the first quarter, and they won the game 141-103. And we know Sacramento doesn't really defend. So this could be a very similar prototype. Sacramento is prone to just getting absolutely obliterated. They're not well coached. They don't have great psychological continuity in the locker room at all. We see this the way they melt the fourth quarters. I mean, this team absolutely turns it off late, and they're just really an unregulated group. And I think that coming off a big win, in which, of course, they tried to blow the game yet again, I think this really could be just a black hole in their schedule here tonight.
Gotcha. Yeah, that first quarter is sitting at -2, -2.5. I think the Celtics covered that. Like, I'm gonna have something on that Celtics first quarter. I mean, it's just what I have to. I think they come out Smack City, and I don't think that they'll show much get back once they get down. The Kings are a type of team where they really just give up. I'll just being perfectly honest with you, man. Yeah. So, hey, we liking the Celtics to come back strong, show something in this one, guys. I see a bunch of people in the chat right now. We really appreciate everybody for tuning in. Hit the like button, subscribe. Give out your plays in the chat. If you just please don't be disrespectful. If somebody else likes a play in the chat, please, just respect their play, guys. None of these are guaranteed. It's a 50-50 either side. If you like something, you like it. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily have to tell somebody else that it's not a good play, guys. So just only thing I ask, be nice in the chat. It's all positive vibes here, guys. Nothing but positive vibes. Negative vibes, they got to go, man. So that's what we're doing on this channel, guys. Nothing but positive vibes. Let's get it. Yeah, I think it's going to be Celtics Smack City here, yes, my guy. Yes, let's talk about another game, bro. You like more than I like. So where we going? What's the next one we're doing?
I think we're going straight to Denver, Colorado.
I fucking love Denver, guys. They got the best gas.
Not so casual. Free Friday of March Madness. I feel like everybody in the world is already 6 beers deep. I saw Megan making money at the bar 11 a.m. She's setting the pace. I mean, guys, we got to catch up here. But that all being said, we do catch Denver here in a really tight, tough spot. Denver comes off of 2 absolute blowout wins against the East. They crushed Indy and they crushed Charlotte. Now they catch a scrappy undervalued Chicago team here who's coming in here in a revenge game. Chicago did lose to the Nuggets by 6 at home. They did not cover. It was a real tight one. And I think when you talk about the statistical dispersion of this, when it's right on the number before, I think this is going to hover. Again, I don't necessarily think Chicago's going to come in here and win the game by 10 points, but I think you're getting enough of that value point at its plus 7.5. And take it one step further. When you really look at what Chicago has done all year, Chicago travels very well to the West. If you look at what they do at the West, they covered at the Lakers, they covered at the Clippers, they beat Portland outright on the road. They have a couple other covers on the road. They beat Dallas on the road. They really just travel well. And again, this is psychological. Some guys connect well as road warriors, particularly against inspiring opponents. And of course, the West, the last 4 or 5 years, has been the class of the NBA. They find it, and they find it here in a revenge spot to top it off. And they find Denver in a really weird, funky letdown spot, having won, I believe, 8 of 9 straight up and coming off of back-to-back double-digit wins with New Orleans next. Of course, New Orleans is very inconsistent, but I do think this is going to be a letdown emotional spot before. I believe that's probably a national game against Zion and the boys coming in here 2 nights from now on Sunday night.
Yeah, hey, Eric Jones, that's my guy there. I see Eric at the spot damn near every day. That's my guy right there. He say, AJ, take the 7 points with Liberty. That's what he's saying. It's a nice play, man. I must say, man. But yeah, look, Chicago, this Bulls squad. So the Nuggets are super hot. They are 8-2 straight up. You know what I'm saying? And they're 6-2 against the spread last 8 games. This is a revenge spot for the Bulls. I mean, and I can't say they do. It's not a terrible matchup for the Bulls. They have enough defensive guys that can stay with Jokic, Murray. They've done a little. So the Bulls were on a 2-game winning streak after the 2-game losing streak coming off the break. They made a change to the lineup, which you love to see. Brought some juice, brought some energy into the lineup. They sat Wendell Carter Jr., brought that in there. Sat Kobe White on the bench, put Satoransky in there. It's really helped them out. Now, in the last game versus the Spurs, they actually played a good game. It was the back-to-back in third game in 4 nights. Was still all at the house, but they got outscored 39-19 in the fourth quarter. I'm sure they're pissed from that. They are going to altitude. And so just real quick, I always look to see how teams playing altitude. That was the only thing that had me off of this one. The Bulls are 1-6 last 7 meetings against the spread in Denver, and 2-9 against the spread last 11 meetings. Regards to the matchup wise, schematically wise, they can stay close in this game. I do think that +7, in my opinion, is the right side here. It was at 7.5, came back down. The Nuggets been hot, but like I say, the Bulls. And then you mentioned it. They play so well on the road. They're 8-1 against the spread last 9 games as a road underdog. This is their role. This is where the Bulls really thrive. They hadn't fared well in the high altitude, so it just gave me a little bit of trepidation. But all the other boxes checked other than that, and plus a revenge game as well, where they played the Nuggets, showed that they can match up really well with them. Nuggets had to come back and at the end and cover their game. I remember it was 4.5, and then they end up winning by 6 barely. I think that the Bulls can keep it close. I like that play from you, my guy. I really do.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think just one other comment on that. Of course, we always say this when we look at larger window stats. That was a different coach, a slightly different roster. And I do think the real crucial point here is you're catching Denver in a lackluster spot. I mean, off of 2 absolute blowouts, it's hard for Denver to just continuously motivate night after night to beat these lower level. I mean, Chicago's obviously fringe playoff, but lower level East teams by double digits game after game after game. It's just really difficult.
Got you. But that I'm just saying though, that is something that I definitely gonna look at how a team when it's playing in Utah and Denver. I'll look at how they fare. I know it's different squads with different coaches, almost the same Bulls squad though, but they still match up well with the Nuggets though. So regardless, it's still Bulls or nothing for me. I have to give you those stats of them in Denver that I have to let you know that because it's something just teaching you guys for something in the future. When you're going to Denver, you're going to Jazz places like that, you want to look at how they fared well in the past, my guy. Well, we got this. I know you said you got a nice little angle. I know we really weren't going to talk about this game, but I did put some on the Raptors +5.5 full game. I do think that they could keep it close, possibly win this game. They're on a 6-game losing streak. You like the Jazz in the first half, correct? Well, how you looking at this game, my guy?
Yeah, I mean, this is not necessarily going to be my top play, obviously, but I think I say this all the time in a back-to-back. When you see a team coming off of a horrendous first quarter and first half last night, they were down by 20 points to Washington. It's just going to be a ripe narrative in the locker room that, guys, we have to come out better tonight. we've been insulted for a sequence of games, and we just straight up have to. And I think the other side of this, just as much as I was talking about the Ciroc on ice model, I was also talking about what I call a pharma model, which it has nothing to do with P. Diddy traveling with ones and twos. This has to do with teams coming off the injured list. And talk about the ultimate pharma model. You have half their roster coming off the injured list. And there's always just a slight adjustment period for these guys to get their flow back. And I think really just when you look at those two sides, Utah coming in here pissed off of last night, particularly in the first half, with the adjustment period for Toronto. And of course, in Tampa Bay, not in Toronto, no fans. This is the ongoing story of the season. I think this does check boxes for Utah first half, specifically tonight. Of course, the game is difficult. It's a short number at 5, crossed with peripherals. Nothing on the game. Purely a first half lean here.
Yeah, so the full game it was set 4. It was down to 3.5. Obviously, Gobert is questionable here with a sore hip. With the hip injury, likely won't play. It's already, I'll be honest with you guys, it's not a good spot for the Jazz already. I was watching the game last night. The Wizards did hand it to them. So I'm watching the second half. Jazz, they're a better team in that, right? They're not getting blown out by 20 to the Wizards. So what do? They continue to make us push in the second half. The Wizards were just better than them. They cared about the game. I'm noticing the Jazz not be the same as that team earlier in the year. I know they went over there and beat the Celtics and just zoom out. Like my guy Shark always says, zoom out. The Jazz are over here on the Eastern Conference road trip. Like, what the fuck? What does this matter? It doesn't mean a whole lot to them. I mean, maybe stacking up wins, but these losses don't mean a whole lot. It's not really motivation spots. Yeah, you're going to get up to play the Celtics in Boston. Everybody's going to do that. That's one of the Eastern teams you're going to play against. Against this Raptors team that's lost 6 straight, they are a champ. They, you know what I'm saying, did just win a championship not too long ago, but still, it's just not really an inspiring spot. This is the worst spot on this road trip. 3rd game in 4 nights, all on the road, back to back. See what I'm saying? You're going to face a team that's more motivated you. They've lost 6 straight games. They got their guys, Van Fleet and who else? So OG still set out the last game. It was Van Fleet and Siakam came back, so they got their feet wet. They lost versus the Pistons. Now they come back to the house. They, in my opinion, they catch the Jazz in a nice opinion. If Gobert doesn't play here, I really like. That's the main thing that they had over the Raptors. That center position that they, you know what I'm saying, was most going to be hard for them to guard. Without Gobert in there, I really just think that the Raptors going to come in here and win this game, full game. No matter what happens, first quarter, first half. If the Jazz have anything, that's where it will come. The way that they're playing right now, I think they could lose this game. The Raptors have to bring their defense, bring the intensity. OG comes back tonight. They got 1 game under their belt, like I say, to get their feet wet. You have to win this game if you're the Raptors, if you want to stay in the playoff hunt, all this. So it's almost like a must-win spot off of 6 straight, off of an L6. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah. I agree with you completely. I mean, I was saying this going back 3 weeks on the show here. The Jazz are fool's gold. You don't go 20-1 straight up. It was 20-1 straight up. And they covered almost every game. I mean, this is like the ultimate fallacy that this is going to continue. And of course, I said it, and I'll say it again. When you're that good and your long-term average is far below that, to get to your average, you have to be terrible for a period to get to the average. And you're seeing it now. And I do agree with you. And I just said it, -5 is extremely short when you look at these records. The Jazz are 18 over, and the Raptors are 6 under. That's a 24-game gap, and it's only 5 points. I mean, this is a ridiculous number. It's Toronto game. I just think maybe even first quarter, particularly Donovan Mitchell. He's a passionate guy. I love his game. Mm-hmm. He even if they're fatigued and they fade, which they probably will, I can see them coming out and being like, all right, guys, like let's turn this up now. And then, of course, fatigue and whatever else might take place later.
Exactly. Let's take a little break, man, and play another video, man. Let's see. So I know we got some games to talk about left, but let's see. I want to go with my guy here watching from Portugal. My guy Pedro here. We're gonna play it. He's the first one that sent me the video today to my email, man. So he's hit me up on Twitter. I'm like, did you email it? He's like, I already did, man. So let's see it. He watching our way from Portugal, guys. A whole different time, man. I appreciate my guy here. Let's play his video. We'll see what his play of the day is from the people. Let's do it.
Hello, Jim Money. Greetings here from Portugal. I love the Celtics today. After that defeat against the Cavs today, first quarter, -2.5 against a team like the Kings that won last game against the Wizards. I think it's the perfect spot. So for me, Celtics -2.5 first quarter in my pocket.
My God, hey, and I like how he ended it. You know what I'm saying? Everything. We already talked about it. I'm riding with him. Well, it's
I like
nothing
that.
right with him. I like it. Shark likes it. He likes it.
I like the flair in my pocket. You know, let's go.
My pocket.
Come on.
I'm putting it in mine too. I like this Celtics first quarter too. I think it's smack fucking city.
Yeah,
I think it
is. And also just as a numerical point, of course, last night Charlotte did not show up in any capacity. That was the same figure last night for the Lakers, and it's the same weighting. And I think that does always make sense when you cross games with games. Vegas scales this similarly, and they're saying it's very similar to last night, where Charlotte was lackluster, and I think this is what we're saying about Sacramento.
Got you. Yeah, the thing about this one though, this is a revenge spot. The Lakers, they may have a little hidden angle. LaMelo Ball was talking shit or whatever. Still like the matchups for the Hornets, and still would have taken those spots 100 times out of 100. That line was at -8, and it got pounded down to 6.5. So they just know that in all honesty, a lot of people, that Hornets was the right play. It was just the Lakers, they turned up. I mean, the Hornets. The Hornets coming back, tying that one up, and in my opinion, speaks volumes that if they didn't get blown out by 15 in that first quarter, they would have won that game by 10 points, in my opinion.
Oh, I agree. I'm not disputing it at all. I'm only making the large-scale remark about numerical analysis. When you see the 2.5 on a 7.5 or an 8, of course, do some quick math. That is more heavily weighted to that space of the game, and it's not. It's not for no reason. It's because long-term, this is where this team is supposed to show more of an edge in this game. So that's all I'm saying.
And the last thing to say about that, the full game would drop down to 7, even on Bovada, and it was juiced to the other way. And yet that 2.5 for the first quarter still held away. In my opinion, I thought that's where the Hornets would have more energy, and obviously the Lakers still covered with ease. So what you're saying, it speaks volumes to that. The line came down to them. There's 6.5 on the full game, 1.5 points. The first quarter and first half didn't move a bit. So it's Smack City for the Celtics. I think we agree on that. Let's go. So we got one more video I'm gonna play from my guy Simba. He's on that Heat versus Pacers game, bro. Do you want to say a little bit about it before I play the video? What you want to do?
Yeah, not a ton to say. It's the ultimate no play for me. Of course, Miami's been way too hot, but they're supposed to be way too hot. They were way too cold. But they are coming in here off a loss. Of course, we had that correctly the other night. Memphis -2, got there in the final minutes. Right side, nice to see it hit. Of course, Indy is ice cold. So you get the long-term buy low on Indy here where they should improve. And they have been flirting with it. They melted the last 2 games in the fourth quarter. They're coming. They're going to cover a game. It has to come at some point. So you get the buy low on Indy long-term. Miami's hot, but they're off a loss. So you get the small window buy on Miami. That's where I get the no play. I can't fade 2 teams moving the same direction. Moving the same direction.
Bro, I hate this Pacers team so much. They got up. So you lost to the Nets in a game where they was really kind of trying to hand it to you. No, when they resting Kyrie at the last minute, they're kind of saying, okay, and I know Harden is one of the main MVP candidates. I know he can do it by himself. The Pacers should not have lost their game. You see them come out very motivated first quarter. 35-20 or 45-30. They came out, smacked them by 15. The first quarter was up. And then you slowly but surely, we should have saw it obviously when the Heat made their run right before. When the Nets made their run right before halftime, should have known that the second half was going to get. It's just the Pacers, man. You think that LeVert want to really beat his team, but they take the loss, man. It happens. I can't bet on this Pacers team. Their offense is way too inconsistent. They have a better team than this actually is. So it's always, in my opinion, it's going to be. I'm with you, Shark. I'm not betting on this game. This line is short. It was at 4.5. It's come back down to 4. I can understand people wanting to be like the smart play on the Pacers. I can't do it. They can't close games. Their offense is just so inconsistent. I don't care what anybody says. The Indiana people like this coach over here. I don't. This coach is ass. You should have kept Nate McMillan. The grass is not always greener on the other side. I know earlier this year they beat one of the team that think they won in Atlanta or they won in New Orleans. They were like, last year we would have lost that game with Nate McMillan. They're all happy with this new coach. What about now? He would not be going with a full squad. Nate McMillan deal with a lot of injuries, man. Full squad. He would not have this Pacers team looking this bad, man. Bad on defense, bad on offense. LeVert's not getting to the rim. That's one thing Junior pointed out on the SBR show, that LeVert's only been getting to the rim 10% of his shots, man. That's all he used to do was drive to the basket. So I understand what people, these 2 teams do match up very close, you know what I'm saying, in my opinion. Jimmy Butler playing, they got Trevor Ariza that's going to be available to make his Heat debut tonight. This game was a total toss, in my opinion. I can understand where people like the Heat, though, because especially the way the Pacers been playing, guys. At some point, they're going to revert back to the mean, show positive movement, but, God, it just haven't done it, man. It's just I don't know. We finna play the video. My guy here, Simba. This is my guy, real, you know what I'm saying, stand-up guy as well, man. We finna play his video.
What's going on, fellas? This is Simba, and it's my official play for the day. I was thinking about this pick last night. Woke up early, man, seen the number, and just salsa music started playing in my head, man, because we're going down to Miami for this pick, bro. We're going with the Miami Heat versus the Indiana Pacers, -4. We taking the Heat, fellas. So look it. It was a little concerning for me at first because I seen the line open up at -4.5, and then a bunch of money dropped in on Miami, and the line dropped. You never really want to see that, but I'm not gonna let it deter me, man. We still rocking with the Miami Heat, bro. So listen, this is the reason I'm looking at this, man. The Miami Heat got two of the best players on the court. They got Jimmy Butler and Bam, right? And what I'm looking at, everything I'm seeing, I don't see any injury reports. Completely healthy, I'm rocking with the Miami Heat, bro. Over their last 3 or 4 games, they're keeping teams under 100 points. They're playing inspired defensive basketball, and I want to go with the defensive team that can also give me a little bit offensively. They're not going to stay cold forever, guys. Come on. They're going to start hitting some of them shots, man. Duncan Robinson, hero. Them guys are going to start hitting at some point. Now, when you look at the Pacers on the flip side, man, the Pacers are 1-8 in their last ATS in their last 9 road games. They don't play good at home. They don't play good on the road. They're still trying to figure things out with LeVert. Now, they are the higher ceiling team offensively, but give me the best 2 players on the court. Give me the best defense, a better coach, better bench. I'm rolling with the Miami Heat, bro. You can't talk me out of it. -4, man, we gonna be doing some merengue or something, some salsa, man. I don't really know, man. My wife is Mexican and Hispanic, man. We be listening to reggaeton and all that shit, but it don't matter. We're going Miami Heat, -4. We getting paid today, fellas. I got another secondary pick I'm gonna throw out there, but I can't really go into the breakdown, trying to keep this under 2 minutes. But it's I'm going with the Dallas Mavericks -3.5 right now is what the line is what I'm seeing. I already got money on it. Hey, Jay, man, I appreciate you. Thank you. Let's get paid, fellas. Miami Heat -4. We out there.
I fucking love this guy, man. Oh my God.
I think on Twitter, Fade Eddie on Twitter?
No, Fast Eddie. Fast Eddie, my guy. That's my guy, right? The ending was just so lovely. Oh my God.
Smooth talking. That's why he's got a beautiful salsa wife, man. I mean, think about how he got that girl originally. I can't even imagine the game this guy spit. Come on,
man. I mean, so he broke it down, man. He make me so the Heat are off their loss. Y'all know we faded them 5th and 7 in Memphis. They still almost took the cash. They did. Yeah. Jimmy, you know what I'm saying, sprained ankle. And this is what I like about teams like the Heat. They are hard nosed. Jimmy, I got a sprained ankle. It's a terrible spot for it. We played 5 games in 7 nights. I'm questionable. I'm game time. You know what? I'm still playing because Jimmy Butler's just that type of guy. He still went out there and took that L, but I like the fact that he still went out there and played because he could have easily been like, oh, my ankle hurts. Oh, I'm out. But he didn't. So that shows a lot. The Heat, so let me tell you this, guys. The Heat owned the Pacers. That's one thing just why I'm not looking towards Pacers here. The Heat absolutely own them. They just won the playoff series, 4-1. Pacers stole one, but the Heat could have really swept them if they wanted to. They still had Warren over there, though. They still had, you know what I'm saying? They had Warren was hot in the bubble over there. They were supposed to win one of those games. They're 1-10 against the spread last 11 games, the underdog, on 5. Last 5 playing on 1 day's rest, on 5 last Friday games, whatever that's supposed to mean. Those are the trends, though. You know what I'm saying? But in this series, guys, they're 0-4 against the spread last 4 meetings. The Heat absolutely own the Pacers. They do. I'm not saying that they're going to cover this -4, but it's a heavy lean to the Heat for me, my guy. Anything else you looking at, Shark? Anything else you want to you want to break them off with your official plays or what?
Yeah, I mean, just extremely loose, quick rundown of the other games. Of course, Minnesota did beat Phoenix last night. We get the back-to-back, the same teams. Mm-hmm. It is the COVID 2021 campaign. We've never seen this before. Your initial thought would be Phoenix bounces back. However, Minnesota is a continued buy. Coaching change, they're showing signs. They are running, I believe, 75% cover rate in the last 4 or 5 games. I don't think this is going anywhere. And I think Phoenix ultimately is just a tough buy. They do play down to these opponent types. So when you look at how Phoenix plays teams in the same environment, they play a very similar type of game. I think Phoenix wins, but maybe not by 10+. Other one, Dubs, I think, have injuries. Memphis laying a hell of a lot of points. Really nothing there. San Antonio, Cleveland, absolutely nothing for me. Anything
real quick, Shark. No, on that Suns spot, I'd be looking for the Suns to come out early if I were you. It's what I said last night. If you guys watched the live feed, most people that's here, y'all watched the live feed last night anyway. I would be looking towards the Suns here. I would definitely stay away from the full game. Anthony Edwards and Karl-Anthony Towns are not going off for 40 points. Both of them, once again, the Suns are smart enough to correct that. They weren't defending the paint last night. It was a total. They just didn't care about the game. And what happens? You don't care, and then you go out there and lose by 4. So I could actually see the Suns coming to play here a lot better spot. Not saying I'm definitely not laying the 11 full game versus a team just showed they could beat them. But if the Suns do come and play their game, play really sticky defense and guard the paint, because like I say, Anthony Edwards is getting to the hole way too easily last night. Those dunks were like not contested whatsoever. I know he's a young guy, but you got to put an elbow or something in his chest. No, I can't be in the game. This is going 90s basketball. I'm not finna hurt you, but you're gonna know that I'm here. You see what I'm saying? You're not just getting in the hole that easily. That's what she said. But, I'm just saying, you're not getting to the basket that easily, my guys. For me, I'm finna railroad you. You finna do something. I got a hard foul. It's a hard foul. Make sure you don't score and one. But, yeah, I would lean towards the Suns. Just how I'm looking at the game. I see them starting this one off early, playing a serious game, and put this one away early. I'd be leaning Suns first quarter, first half. If it was me, if I had a couple of free plays on the game. But yeah, the Grizzlies spot down to 7 now, Shark. It was at 9.5. With that, we know that Steph probably wasn't gonna play. You know what I'm saying? That he's doubtful, still not ruled out, but he's doubtful. Him and Kelly Oubre. It was up to 9.5. I'm like, man, I was thinking before the line, I'll say Memphis, what the line's gonna come out? Maybe 5, maybe 6. These motherfuckers brought it out at 9, which Steph is worth infinite amount of points. And you can't really just put amount of points for a player like that. They could be a different team, but like my guy Shark says, always these are NBA players. They are NBA. They have NBA team. You still got players like Draymond Green is going to go hard out there. They could be kind of just handing this one away to them because they play again tomorrow. But yeah, down to 7. I'm not landing with the Grizz. They should get this win without Steph Curry and Oubre. I see possibly them coming back tomorrow and smacking the Grizz up. So could be Grizz today, Warriors tomorrow, my guys. I'm sorry. I want to talk about this game. I do. Shark, no disrespect. If you want, you can go ahead and leave. You can, you know what I'm saying, bring out your official plays and leave. But I'm finna talk about this Pistons and Rockets game. I understand if you're too disgusted to talk about it with me. I understand, man. But I'm finna talk about it. I'm sorry. I am, bro. It's sorry.
Feel free.
Huh?
Dude. I'll give you a little intro here. We have 2 teams coming into Houston, Texas tonight on a glorious Free Friday. We have one Houston Rockets team that has lost, I believe, 12 or 13 games in a row. We have Detroit.
No, 18.
18 games in a row. See how irrelevant they are? I don't even know this. Detroit, on the other side of the aisle, comes in here at a beautiful 11-29 on the campaign. And so you have an 11-29 team versus an 11-28 team. How evenly matched could this be? I mean, you got to tune in. This is going to be an absolute burner to the end. Anyway, Jay, talk to him.
Yeah, and it's this game that nobody's going to talk about. And so my guy Shark used to hone in on these games, and I understand why he's not doing it here.
It's a little different this year, yeah.
No, I'm saying even this year, period. We used to hone in on these games.
L18, the L18 special.
Yeah. Hey, hey. So look, we got the Pistons here. So look, I'll just start off with this. One of these teams obviously are going to tank this game away. That's what I'm just going to start it with, right? One of these teams absolutely did not want to win this game, right? I mean, so both of them pretty much bottom tier, 2 worst records in the league, 2 worst teams. We got one of them off of a win. The other one have lost a franchise record, 18 straight losses. So you got Wood back. So Oladipo should be playing here. Wall's questionable. If you watched it last night, guys, if Wall is in here, I think the Rockets will win this game. It was up to 2.5, so the line's open 1.5, up to 2, up to 2.5. It's come back down for, you know what I'm saying? Pistons should get respectable money here, guys. But just the way I'm looking at this game, one of these teams will tank this game away. Who wants to win this game more? Who's the more motivated team here? If you ask me, I think that the Rockets are the more motivated team. I know the Pistons play a lot harder. Pistons play better defense. The Rockets still have the better offense, guys. They do. And the Rockets are 18 straight losing streak. And like my guy Sharp says, are they going to freaking lose forever? Are they going to lose the rest of the game? Are they going to lose the rest of games this year? I don't think so. Why are they favored here? Why are they favored? Because I think they're going to win. The bookmakers are kind of telling you. They think the Rockets in this particular matchup, I mean, I know they got to give them 3 points for home, but really, do you have to? No, they don't have to. They're going to get Pistons money regardless. Why didn't they have Pistons -2 here? I truly believe that this is the Rockets game. If they're going to win one, it's going to be this one against another team that's just as bad as them. They don't really, and I think that the Pistons don't want to win it. Simple as that.
Yeah.
At one last point, and I love when this because I was sleeping, and this happened before too. And I had like 5 angles to a game, and I forgot one, the most important one, and it did cash that day too. I was laying in bed, and then I get to reading. I'm like, Christian Wood facing his old team, just a tad of disrespect. Oh, y'all don't want to sign me? Oh, y'all don't want to sign me no extension? Oh, okay, I'm going to go over here to Houston. He's back. He's had a game up under his belt. Guess what I'm reading? He says that he wants to come out here and beat his old team. He's ready for this game. So it's nothing huge, but yeah, it's Rockets or nothing for me. You can be a fish. Be a fish. Take the Pistons. I think you're losing today. Be a fish. No, Shark, I like when you tell them, don't be a fish, my guy. Don't be a fish. Pistons look easy. I don't think that it is. Please tell them don't be a fish.
I mean, long term, I'm unequivocally stating, please don't be a fish. You will lose money. And I was talking about the public image, the public narratives. And it's usually that. It's people saying, well, this team will never win. 18 in a row, blah, blah, blah. And you have to look at the numbers. The numbers are telling you a good story here. -2.5 on a team that just lost 18 in a row. I don't care who the opponent is. This could be a G League team. Whatever it is, you're still looking at a strong number here, period.
Yeah, and like I say, I'm just waiting on Wall. Wall's questionable. If we get the trio and the band is back, they've been practicing. If we get the trio and the band is back, Wall, Oladipo, and Wood, they're not losing this game. I'll tell you this, and I'll go on this on record, not deleting the video or nothing. If Wall, Oladipo, and Wood play along with Kevin Porter Jr., giving them 20 points off the bench whenever, they're not losing this game. The Pistons are coming off a win where they had a hidden angle. The coach, you know what I'm saying? The Pistons are tanking. Don't get it twisted. They're not trying to win right now. What did they do in the last game versus the Raptors? There's a hidden angle there. They want to win that game. The coach want to show up his old team. Now you're coming off a win. Do the Pistons win back-to-back? I don't think so. And just my opinion, not to get too hyped up about it, just I know a lot of people think the Pistons going to be easy today, and I can't wait for the Rockets to go out there and get it. Because like I say, 2 teams tanking, both of them losing. Which team's going to come in more motivated? It's what we're doing right now in the NBA. One team coming off a win, one tanking team coming off a win, the other tanking team coming off 18 straight franchise history losing streak, and they don't want to make themselves look too bad. I mean, you still Wall, Oladipo, you're still a part of that team right now, so you can't get away from it. Yeah, they suck, but that's your name is on that history. You see what I'm saying? You're on that team. You got to come out here. You got to come out here and win today.
I do think going back, of course, I've taken Detroit a few times recently, and I've won. I do have a reasonable feel for Detroit. Most of their covers come against Eastern opponents on the road at a slightly higher underdog figure. 2 notably, I think at Charlotte, I believe, and at Boston. This is nothing like either of those games. Those are in conference, and that holds a lot of weight. In conference matchups, you play them every year a couple times. I mean, this is like your total outside of the box environment. And as you said, there's a lot of motivation here for Houston to at least show some sort of respectability. Finally, I would think.
Yeah. Did the Jets go 0-16? Did the Jets go 0-16?
No, they went 1-15, right?
Yeah, they won a game. I'm just saying.
I don't even know.
I think they won too, but I know they didn't go 0-16 though. I know people. I was just bringing in a reference to where when someone gets so bad, people just start to auto fade them so easily. They don't even look into the game.
Like Cleveland did go 0-16. Detroit Lions went 0-16. I was actually thinking about the '95 Jets. I believe they were 1-15, and they drafted Keyshawn Johnson the next year, number 1 overall out of USC. I can't wait for some NFL talk in the fall. Maybe we'll feature Jay Money on Sunday NFL. We got to get a little education going in here.
Oh, we're doing it.
We're doing it. 11 a.m. It goes down. But again, wrapping that one up. Do you want to make any comments on the Brooklyn-Orlando game before we?
None at all, bro. I hate the game. The Magic pissed me off so much. They are showing that they want to win. They are showing that they were close. They got down 15 to the Knicks yesterday. Could have laid down. It's the first game of back-to-back. You have an opponent tomorrow. They could have laid down. What did they do? They come all the way back, take a 2-point lead. It's a close game all the way down. The Knicks are just a little bit better than them, play a little bit better defense is why they beat them. But the Magic, they like you said on Twitter, they keep losing, but they keep losing a 9 straight win streak. But are they going to cover? All they need to do is come to play and be inspired to end that loser streak to come in here and cover this game. So
couple comments.
What I'm saying is the Magic are close to win the game, and they've been covering it. I
Yeah.
lean the Nets at first. It's got bet up too much. I'm not betting it. I'm
Couple different angles here. Obviously, I want to buy Orlando continuously, but it is a little deceiving. I mean, the injuries have been awful, and of course, they're on a back-to-back. It's not a 3rd and 4. They did have full rest before, so it's not going to be your ultra fatigue spot. It is a revenge game. I mean, they got obliterated in Brooklyn by about 30. I think 129-92.
Yeah.
The only thing that's really holding me off the Magic here is Brooklyn was 8.5 in that game, I believe, at home. And they come in here at a higher figure on the road. And this is where we talk about numbers. In a revenge game coming home, this should be moving towards Orlando at 6, not moving up to 8.5, 9, or whatever it is now. So the number is really holding strength for the Nets. And, of course, the narrative would probably be on the Magic in the revenge game to finally, win a game. But, again, total merge there for me.
Nah, you're right. I looked at the same thing, that it was 8. They opened up 8 here on the road, and I saw it last night. So if I wanted the Nets and I really liked them, I would have took the 8 last night. It's up to 10.5. I leaned the Nets. I mean, because they have to be inspired here. Well, not necessarily. I mean, they come in here and win this game by 15 on accident. It's just I don't like laying double digits. When it's double digits NBA, either I'm looking to take the points. If it's not all the way for sure, Smack City with a bunch of revenge angles, motivation, I'm not laying double digits almost never. I'm going to take the points. So I'm not in this game. I'm not. I only got one top play. I'm only giving you guys one top play. I'll tell you how I'm thinking on games, but it's only Mavs fan for life right now. Top. It's the best spot on the board. It's a fatigue spot. We got a rest advantage. We got all this. All the boxes checked. Tyreek likes it. Sharp likes it. I like it. I'm here. I got the Mavs shorts on. I got the fucking Mavs socks on. Let's do it. What are we doing here? Shark, break them off with your officials.
Top it off.
Tippity top.
Dallas -3.5. And I'm also playing Boston -7 and Chicago. I haven't finalized that one yet for my own personal wagering, but I'm looking at 7. I think 7.5 now. So those are my top 3: Boston -7, Chicago +7, and Dallas -3.5.
Got you. Now, y'all want to know what's up with me? So Mavs -3.5, top play. That is my best play. That's the only game. That's the only game that I'm suggesting you guys ride with me. It's the only play that I'm posting on Twitter. Mavs -3.5. Now I'll tell you. Personally, because you guys are watching the channel, I'll tell you personally what I'll be betting. I do need Oral Roberts in this game. That one already went out. I do need Oral Roberts +16.5. I really need that one to cash for me. Let's see. I'm gonna be taking personally Celtics first quarter. So I'm probably gonna ride with my guy there. Celtics full game. I like it. I think it's Smack City spot. And personally, I like the Celtics on the trifecta. Personally. I think I sprinkled some already on the first half -4. I like Celtics first quarter as well. So just personal. I'd lean the Spurs. DeMar DeRozan is in. They are close to full squad right now. Even without DeRozan, I think that the Spurs would have smacked up the Cavs here. The Cavs, they won the last game. They were in a terrible spot. What do? I fade them in the next game. I don't think they're going to win 2 straight here. I don't even think they're going to put together 2 solid performances here. Spurs are starting to get things together. I leaned Spurs there. I did kind of miss it. It was at 1.5. DeRozan in actually kind of does mess things up because I thought he was going to be out. So I still lean Spurs, but I don't have anything money on that. I lean Heat. I actually do have a little something on Raptors +5.5. I think this is a winnable game for the Raptors. I think the Jazz will run out of gas in the fourth quarter. They really expended a lot of energy to try to come back versus the Wizards. I had to watch that game just to see if the Jazz were laid down. They're not the type of team that lays down. They gave a lot of effort trying to come back in that game. It makes it even worse tonight. The fact that they still lost their game, did everything they could to come back and win. They could come out and bring that momentum here, first quarter, first half. But full game, I like the Raptors to get off the 6-game losing streak. It's just me. It's just a personal play, guys. Rockets -1.5. I'm waiting for the second that John Wall is ruled in. And yes, I'm taking the Rockets. I don't give a damn who doesn't like it. Don't take it. Please don't tell me. I'm just telling you. This is what I think that the Rockets in their 18-game winning streak tonight. If they're going to do it against a team, it's going to be a team like the Pistons, another team that's tanking, that doesn't want to win. Maybe they might whisper something in Jeremy Grant's ear. Hey, we're going to give you an extra bonus You see what I'm saying? Just make sure you guys don't win this game. We're gonna tip it to Houston. They're on an 18-game losing streak. They need to gain a little bit more. Rockets probably come in a little bit more motivated. They have their best player by far back in Christian Wood, leading rebounder as well. He's a problem. It's a revenge game for him going to face this other team. Yeah, Rockets, personally, for me. Guys, don't take it. I like the Rockets. I don't care who doesn't like it. I might have to ride my Bulls there. I have to ride my guy on the baby Bulls plus the 7 there. I really do think that's the side. I'll be honest, I did sprinkle some already at plus 7.5. My local gave it to, so just for what that's worth. But Mavs, minus 3.5 for the top. It's pretty much the same thing we did with Memphis. We have the team that's on the rest advantage. Well, Memphis was actually not the better team. The Mavs are the better team. They are the better defensive team. Their offense can hang with them. They have the rest advantage, and it's a revenge game. That's 5 boxes checked right there. Mavs minus 3.5. Top play. Shark, anything else from you, my guy?
Friday, 3:22 p.m. Eastern time. First round March Madness engaged. I hope everybody's having a great Friday. Wagers looking good, enjoying it, and keeping your bankroll intact, of course. Remember that variance is a thing. You have to always zoom out. Your win rate is never defined until you have at least 1,000 official wagers. 1,000. And you look at the sphere, 1 play, 2 plays, 5 plays. No, 1,000. Keep that in mind. Look at long-term win rates. Listen to people talk. Think. We love you guys. Thanks for the interaction. Sharky Waters Nation, right away we got out of the water. NBA payday, March 19th, 2021. J Money is money. Close them out.
My guys, and we really appreciate you guys for watching. I didn't expect to have this many live viewers right now while March Madness is going. We got college games on, and you guys are still in here trying to get some NBA plays. This is what we do. This NBA is, you know what I'm saying, where we're experts at. That's why we're not giving out a ton of college plays. I do need Oral Roberts personally, but guys, we're breaking you off with the NBA plays, man. Like I say, Mavs top play, guys. If you're looking for all the other breakdowns, just, you know what I'm saying, skim through it. We went and tried to go through every single game, but Tyreek Mims is 2-0 on the videos. He's on the Mavs. My guy Simba likes the Mavs. Sharks is on the Mavs top play. I like the Mavs top play. That's what matters. Mavs minus 3.5 top play. I will be on this. I don't want to lose this game, guys. I really like this side here. Guys, please hit the like button. Only 1 unit. We're not telling anybody to go crazy. We're suggesting only bet 1 unit on these games, guys. Nothing crazy. That's only. I just have to let you guys know that. And please hit the like button, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your parents, tell everybody, man. Whoever you know, tell them about the channel. Go and follow us on Twitter at JMoneyIsMoney, at Shark and Sports. We out, my guys. We back this weekend for sure with more bangers and hopefully coming off some winners. Let's go.